Good morning and welcome to another topic with data handling. We're going to have a look at the measures of dispersion where we're going to see how to calculate the low quartile, the upper quartile and the inner quartile range. And this is all to be able to draw what you see in front of you, which we call the box and whisker plot. All right, so let's have a look. All right, so up to now, we've worked out, we know how to work with a set of data that has been given. We know how to work the mean, the median, the mode, and the range. So I want to quickly show you how to find another set of data, especially we need this, we call it the 5-number summary, to be able to draw the box and whisker. So we're going to have a look at an example, and I'm going to show you different examples with different amounts of data and how we work out these extra measures of dispersion. Okay, and we need this to be able to draw the box and whisker. So let's have a look at this. The following set of data: the number of goals scored by Natalie in the netball team. All right, so when a set of data is given, the first thing that is very, very important, otherwise your whole, all your answers are going to be wrong. You have to place them in order. Okay, so over there, I've just spread them out a little bit more. I've placed them in order. Then the first two is very easy to find with the 5-number summary. The maximum value is the biggest value, which is 32. And with that, we also find the minimum value, which is 5. Okay, then I use my hands to count down to the center, because the next thing we need to find, which you luckily know already, is the median. So on each side, you put your little finger there until you find the middle. Okay, remember, if there's 2, then you find the middle of the middle by taking the average of the 2 numbers in the middle. But for us, for this one, it only has 1 number smack bam in the middle. So the third of your this 5-number summary is the median. So the median is 18. All right, so to find the low quartile and the upper quartile, we're going to divide our set of data into 2 pieces, a lower part and the upper part. Okay, if there's one median, shame, he's all alone, he's secluded, leave him alone, don't bother him. So we don't include him in the lower and the upper part. So there's our lower part, the 5, the 10, and the 16, and our upper part, the higher part, is 18, 20, and 32. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to find basically the median of the lower part and the median, remember the one in the middle, of the upper part. And the median of the lower part, which you could see the bubble already jumped up to 10, that we call the lower quartile, or we can refer to it as the first quartile. Okay, so the lower quartile would be 10. Okay, the upper quartile, as you can see, the middle of the upper part would be 20. So the upper quartile is 20. So now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values so long. We need, the 5-number summary is the maximum, the minimum, the low quartile, the upper quartile, and then the interquartile range. But we need to find the median so that we can break it up into 2 parts. Okay, so now the inner quartile range is the upper quartile minus the low quartile. So 20 minus 10 gives you 10. All right, quite easy to find. So remember, we need the maximum value, we need the minimum value. We use the median to break our set of data into 2 parts, an upper part and a lower part. And then you find the median of the lower part, and that forms your lower quartile. Then you find the median of the upper part, which forms your upper quartile, and your inner quartile range is the upper quartile minus your lower quartile. Okay, let's have a look at another set of data. I'm just going to use the same set and I'm going to add 1 number. So what if there's now, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so there's an even number. With an even number, you will find 2 numbers in the middle. And I just want to show you what happens then. So first things first, we have to place it in order. All right, I've just spread it out a little bit, but there it is in order. So now you can easily find the maximum value is 32, the minimum value is 5. All right, then you start with your little fingers, you count down, and all the way to the middle, you will see that there's 2 numbers inside which forms the median. Okay, I'm just going to write it down. The median is 16 plus 18 divided by 2, which gives you 17. But what happens if there's 2 numbers in the middle? Okay, then they form part of your upper part and your lower part. So when there's 1, oh shame, just 1 in a little bubble, you leave them alone. But if there's 2, you break them apart and they form part of your upper part and your lower part. Okay, so now as you can see, your lower part has got 4 numbers, 5, 10, 10, and 16, and your upper part becomes 18, 18, 20, and 32. So now we want to find the upper quartile and the lower quartile. Can you see that the lower quartile, the 2 smack bam in the middle there, would give you a 10 and a 10? And again, if you have 2 of them, you find the average between the 2. Okay, so your lower quartile would be 10 plus 10, which is 20, divided by 2 gives you 10. Okay, that's easy. I just wanted to show you the calculation. So the lower quartile is 10. Can you find the upper quartile? Yes, okay, it's 18 and 20. So the upper quartile is 18 plus 20 divided by 2, which gives you 19. Can you remember how do we find the inner quartile range? It's the upper quartile minus the lower quartile, which gives you then 9. Okay, well done. All right, let's have a look at one last example. Okay, look at the following data and derive the 5-number summary from it. So there's your set of data. First things first, we have to place it in order. Okay, just one thing that I do to place it in order, I make little stripes through it. So you can just check I've placed it in order. So let me just check that I've done it correctly. Okay, there's a 4, 4, and a 4. There's 3 4s. I've got them. Then there's 2 5s. I've got them. A 6. Only 1 6, 2 7s, and then 2 8s. Yes, that's correct. 2 9s and 2 10s. Okay, and if there's one left over, then you know that you've missed one. So please make sure that you use all the data, that you don't miss one. Otherwise, your whole set will be wrong. Okay. All right, so then we start with our maximum value is 10. Our minimum value is 4. Then the 2 in the middle, you can count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the one side and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the other side. So that's smack bam in the middle. So the median would be 7. Okay, we include the 7s in our lower part and our upper part. So the 7 goes in there and it forms part of our lower quartile and our upper quartile to find the lower and the upper quartile. Okay, can you see the lower quartile is 5, because then that makes 5, 6, and 7 on the right hand side and 4, 4, 4. 3 numbers on each side. So the lower quartile is 5. Okay, can you quickly have a look? What would the upper quartile be? So if you take 1, 2, 3 on the side, 1, 2, 3 on that side, can you see smack bam in the middle? It would be 9. So your upper quartile would be 9. So the inner quartile range is your upper quartile minus your lower quartile, which would give you 4. Okay, just also another way that they can refer to these quartile is that the lower quartile can also be called quartile 1. The median can be called quartile 2, and the third quartile is also sometimes referred to as the upper quartile. So can you just see the first stop that you make is the lower quartile, the second stop that you made was the median, the third stop that you made was the upper quartile. Okay, so just take note of that. All right, we are finished. You must have a wonderful, wonderful day.